Hello sports fans, Johnny Barrios here. Heading to one of my favorite fishing holes. Going to be fishing a reservoir today. And I wanted to do this quick little video to let you guys know and the conditions I'm going to be fishing. The temperature is right now it's showing 41 degrees. And looks like it's going to be a nice day. The winds are calmed down, and we'll find out when we get to the reservoir how the water conditions are. It's a sunny day. It's a little bit a couple of clouds, but for the most part it's a beautiful day for November. Excellent. Today I'm going to be fishing. I'm going to be using a jig, as I've been using, because now it's it's November. So these bass, for the past month or a few months or summer and winter, these fish have been basically patterned. I patterned them in the weeds. I fished them in the weed pockets. I followed them from deep water to shallow water. They surprise me sometimes by being in skinny water, in inches of water, and then sometimes they're out in 30, 40 feet of water. It's that's why I love fishing so much. It's just figuring out the puzzle. But right now I feel that the fish are definitely in their fall pattern. They're feeding up. So I'm always going to start shallow and work my way deep. This area I'm fishing is basically got everything in one, because I'm fishing off the bank. So this has everything I need in one area. I can walk from distance to skinny shallow water with dying weeds, which the weeds are dying, with rock. I can go along walk a little further and I head towards the bank, and then there's sparse weeds, and then you turn into transitional rock bank, deep water. So I have everything there. These bass have everything there to be resident fish. It's just a matter of figuring out where they're at and what they want. So saying that, I'm going to be using 3/4 ounce spinner baits for deep water. I'm going to be using 1/4 ounce with small Colorado blades in skinny water. I'm going to be using jigs, swimming jigs, bucktail jigs, and I'm going to be using skirted jigs, predominantly white and black and blue. In sunny skies like today, I like to use whites. Of course, fall, since the bass I'm fishing for are eating alewives. It's plain and simple. In Connecticut, nutmeg steak, they love alewives. So I'm going to be using those baits, those colors. Black and blue, I like if we say that we get cloud cover and near the end of the day it gets darker, the sun is heading down, I'm going to be switching over to blacks. So black and blue is my favorite color, or all black, sometimes browns. Perch colors sometimes work too. If I see bait fish along the shoreline and they look, and I know they're not alewives, because alewives will not be up against the bank. So I know they'll be either baby or juvenile, or even big bluegills, or crappies, maybe smaller bass, I don't know. Then I'll start using more traditional like perch colors, chartreuses. But I all year I've been an advocate for that dip and glow, so I use that. I dip my tails and everything. And if anything, I use the garlic scent, dip and glow. So I'm getting two factors in my favor. I'm getting the actual chartreuse on the bait and the scent of garlic, which any scent. It doesn't have to be garlic. It could be any scent that's out in the market, but any scent is a plus for me. Okay, a couple of questions that I get from my comments on my posts, from repetitive from my viewers, and followers, I wanted to answer. They say, how do I consistently catch big fish, and how can they do the same thing? Well, one, I only fish about 5 bodies of water in my state. Of course, I'm on the bank, so I have to be limited. I'm limited. So my number one thing is, and number one tip for you to catching bigger fish and more fish, lakes or bodies of water that produce big fish. You could be the best fisherman in the world, but if you fish a lake or reservoir or river or whatever that produces small fish, that's all you're gonna get. So don't pound yourself on the head and say, well, why am I not catching big fish? You have to pick the lakes and bodies of water that produce big fish. That's number one for me, and that's number one tip. Number two, time on the water. You have to spend time. Like anything else, you get better to experience. So you got to go out there. I'm 52 years old. I've been fishing since I've been 7 years old. And I've loved it with a passion since day one, since I caught my first bass. So you have to put your time in. So as much as you can. I know people's schedules are not the same, but whenever, fish the most you can. Don't go boo-hoo-hoo, why am I not catching these fish? If you're not going to go out and put the time in. You have to go and put the time in. And you're going to fail and you're going to succeed. And you learn from your successes and you learn from your failures. 3, you got to have a passion. You got to love it. Like anything else, you'll do better, you'll be better if you love what you do. And that goes for life too. So love it. Pick your bodies of water. Big fish. 2, you got to love what you do. Time on the water, time on the water. 3, passion, you got to love it. And a close 4th I would put down is versatility. Don't be set on one way. Don't just say, I'm just going to fish this bait, I'm just going to fish that bait, and that's it. Because you're going to limit yourself. The bass change, conditions change by the minute, by the hour. I've seen things happen incredibly. How I'll be catching fish after fish, and all of a sudden it just stops. And then I mean, most people would say, oh, well, you know, we caught them all. No. Change up, change colors. Go to the windy side of the bank. The sun changed a different direction. The bait fish left. There's all kinds of conditions that could drive you nuts. I always said, the angler or the person that always says, I know it all. I know it. Don't tell me, I know. Once you say, I know it all, you're all done. I always said that. The guy who says, I know it all, you're all done. Because you limit yourself. You shut yourself down. I learned, you can learn from the most avid fishermen, the greatest bass pros, KVDs and everything. You can learn a lot from those guys. But you know what? I can learn from the little kid on the side of the bank, fishing a bobber and a float. You know what I mean? Keep your options open. All right, I think I spent enough time here. We're heading up towards the lake now. All my viewers, I hope I helped out a little bit. It's all about helping you guys out. Time on the water. Anyone can do what I'm doing. That's what I'm not special. I just go out and I love fishing and I just do it. And I try to help you guys out. So, you know, haters will be haters. And my viewers who appreciate what I do, I appreciate it too. God bless. I always say that and I mean it. I'm a devoted Catholic Christian and I believe in that. So to all you guys out there, tight lines, go fishing, enjoy your time, and just enjoy the outdoors because, you know, it's beautiful out. Enjoy it. All right, I'm here, so I'm gonna go fishing. Let's see, hopefully we have a good day. Like I said, I'm gonna be fishing the spinnerbait. I'm gonna be throwing the jigs. And I tell you what, I'm leaving my tackle bag. I have a tackle belt that I use. I'm leaving it. I'm just bringing, I said about being versatile, but guess what? I'm bringing about 5 baits that I know I can catch the fish on regardless. And if I don't, I'm a fool. But I'm going to bring it, and that's it. I want to be light packed. I'm going to bring a couple rods. I'm going to be comfortable. And I don't want to be dragging this belt around. And it's really cold out, so I'm all bundled up. So, and I got my gloves because my hands, nothing worse than, I'm a 50-year-old guy, nothing worse than cold hands. So I got that. We're gonna try it out. A shout out to my sponsors, Atomic Punch Baits, Atomic Tackle Company, Crawdads Fishing Tackle, and I picked up another guy, Oki Custom Jigs. Phenomenal jigs. He's gonna send me some bass ones, but right now I got the crappie ones, and that's where I've been catching the perch and everything on. And Booms Fishing. I got a new braid I'm trying out. I know I use Cast King, and I toot them, and they are an excellent line. Now I got this small market sponsor, Booms Fishing. You can find his products, Booms Fishing, in Amazon. He sent me some braid to try out. I picked it up, and it's 15-pound test. It's supposed. Cast King I use 15-pound test, 6-pound diameter. This line is supposed to be 15-pound test, but it's thinner than 6-pound test. It's almost like 4-pound test. So I'm afraid it's going to break, but we'll see. We'll put it to the test. All right, God bless. See you on the water.